Alright, Megavon on YouTube. It is Poteen Bowen with another rotation video. This time it is going to be a Redline Warden. So same thing, we're going to go through class traits, virtues, then rotations, and LIs. And see where we're at. We are going to be doing a 6-man instance. If you saw my previous videos, those I don't really advertise, but they are called Finding the Rotation. That's when I come in here in a 6-man and kind of figure out what works and what doesn't. Alright. So let's just start with the recklessness class, class trait. So this wields deadly warlike techniques to defeat the foes. All right. So the first one here is going to be close quarters combatant. Gives me 10% melee damage. This is vital points. This is going to be 20% bleed damage. Tempered spear tips. So mighty blow, power attack, and earning strike have bleed damage, which you're going to see me use those. I open up with those. Physical mastery is obviously going to be 332 to physical mastery rating. Way of the spear. This is spear gambit, initiates damage, so more damage to the spear line, which you're going to see me in. Light damage, so that's also another dot. Also, it does some of the morale taps are light damage too, so increase that. On the offensive, so morale taps and damage of heal increased by 10%. No respite from the wicked. I guess it's respite, sorry. From the wicked, this is cauterized steel's gambit line will apply 10% incoming healing debuff to the target, stacks up to 3 times. I don't really deal with that one too much, but I do have it on because I will. Dots, so my damage over time have critical chance of 1%, I believe it's increased by 10%, sorry. Deep wounds, so another dot critical damage. Lasting impression, another dot pulse. So you'll see me use those. This is going to be a line that's very damage heavy and dots, a lot of dots. Adroit maneuver attack duration, Warden's Triumph damage bonus. I don't really get into those too much, but I do. In this rotation, I won't, but I do use the Android maneuver attack every once in a while. This is reckless, so this is going to be a buff that's a minute 30. Obviously, it's going to increase. So I do lose a little bit of defense, but I increase quite a bit of damage. So 15% less to block, parry, evade, and 20% to melee damage, range damage, and critical rating. And then muscle memory. So using this skill from battle memory will restore a small amount of power. And then I do have one in Assailant, which is going to be light damage, all right? Now, as you unlock these, so when I completely unlock this row, I will get these as just bonuses. So 10% damage to Gambit. Spear Gambit. Damage to hit damage. 2.5% to critical chance and critical damage. Taking advantage when blocking, parrying your attack, you may have a chance to quickly follow up with another angle, dealing 1,333 Valerian damage. One after another, so defeat an enemy causes you to restore your max morale. Can only be triggered every 3 seconds. And also 10% to spear damage gambit. Grandmaster weapons training plus 5% to melee damage. Inherent bleed damage from spears happen more often and deal significantly more damage. There is damage from clubs, but we don't really use that. We're not going to get the 1% inherent shield or sword parry modifier. We're going to be using a spear, so 1%. Oh, sorry, just 1 Warden Gambit damage, extra pulse, damage over time by 10%, and initial skill damage of 10%. Okay, so I'm just going to show you here. They're pretty weak, but this is not a good one, honestly. I haven't opened up my redline stuff, so I'm still in a defensive build, so don't even worry about my virtues. This will obviously change. I'm going to go with the red line. I just haven't played with them much. It's probably the most unfamiliar of the lines I have, so I do apologize for that. I do need to go and unlock. So doing deeds will do that and unlock all my my damage skills. Okay, so for LI, this one is going to be my red line, so seeing red. So heraldry of the lion, which is going to be might over that, and physical mastery rating, which lets you hit harder. damage over time, gambit builder damage. So as I'm building the gambit, obviously I'm doing damage on that. Spear fist, which you'll see me use on my last rotation line, mastery cooldown, and obviously a critical rating. So for my javelin, I have Heraldry of the Lion again, damage over time criticals, spear gambit damage, spear shield gambit damage, which is going to be the most I do, and reckless duration is increased, and then a little bit of crit. All right. So with that, I'm going to go over the rotation. Now, if you guys don't know the gambit system over here, basically I'm going to be using one of these three, either a quick thrust, which gives me a spear, shield bash, which gives me a shield, or Warden's Taunt, which gives me a fist. Okay, and those images are going to be pretty important because you're going to see them stack up here, and that's going to let me unleash my gambit. My gambit does a little bit of damage, but whatever gambit I've comboed together will give me an effect. Then we also have the masteries, which are up here. I think they start at level 30 or so, and this will let you put 2 on immediately, very quickly, which I will be using continuously. Okay, so the first line here, I'm going to be using shield. Oh, sorry. I guess I could go over this too. There's also hampering javelin. That's going to be a target, range target, but also slows them down. I will be using reckless as much as I can, especially when there's multiples. Careful step slows me down, also puts me into stealth. I will be using ambush, which has a chance of knockdown. Never surrender. There's not really a heal except for through the gambit line itself. So this one is kind of a get out of jail. When my morale falls below 5%, I will recover 50% of morale and power. Right. Okay. So let's just go through them here. I'm going to be using the first one. So the gambits are all the way over here. If you press K, you bring it up. You go all the way to the end, and you can bring up the ones you want. I'm going to be doing a lot of reckless gambits. Okay. So the first one is going to be spear, shield, and then I press Shift 1, which is going to give me spear fist. Okay. So for that one, I'm going to get mighty blow. Okay. And what that does is the dot, it's damage. It's a dot for every 4 seconds for 40 seconds. So I start off with just a dot right out of the gate. I mean, in this line, you'll probably see me heal first, which I'll show you is these last two. But mostly that is what I'll be doing. Now the next one is going to be the same start. Spear, shield, and then fist, spear. That one should be onslaught, if I'm not mistaken. No. That would be mighty blow. So what is this one again? I'm sorry. Oh, spear, fist. I apologize. So it's going to be power attack first. So this first one is going to be shield, spear, shield, and spear again with a fist, and that is going to create power attack. Okay? And that's a nice little bleed to start off with. Then it's going to go to mighty blow. Now, if I take that and I add another, I think it's a shield. Let me see here. Yes. Then I will actually get unerring strike. So I will be doing that one instead. I'll be doing spear, fist, or my word, spear, shield. Then fist, spear, and then I'll add another shield just by pressing 2 again. And I will get unerring strike, which is going to be another dot. Now for this one, it's going to be much, much simpler. I'm going to have spear, shield, spear, shield. That is going to let me have this ability. Right, let me find it here. Steel wall, which is also going to be a multiple target hit. Also going to decrease incoming healing by them. Now, after those three, I'm going to start my heal line. So the heal line is going to be 2. So I'm going to start off with shield, spear. Then I'm just going to press Shift 4. And what Shift 4 is going to do is give me my first determination line. And what this is, once I add another shield to it, which I'll do manually, I will get the ability restoration, which is going to be a hot, going to heal me initially, but then a hot for 200 every 3 seconds for 9 seconds. Then I follow that up with, it'll be fist, spear, shield, fist, and then I add another shield by myself, and then I'll get Exaltation of Battle. Now, if it looks like it's going to be messy, I might put my Restoration on first and then do that, and then go into my regular rotation. All right, so let's see how it goes. I think that's about it for rotation-wise. I mean, there's obviously a cleanse, there's a break, you know, days and hunts. But for the most part, I'm just going to continuously do that, read each one, and then continue to decide how I'm going to advance to the next one. So the first one is obviously just going to be a very fast. I'm just going to go one-on-one. There's obviously going to be a, it's not a worm, but something like that. So for this one, I'm just going to open it up like a regular hit. So spear, shield, and then just give us that one. I'm going to do spear, shield, shift 2, and then add another shield. Then I'm going to do this, add that. Now I'm going to go into my heal line. That's shield, spear, shift, another shield, boom. And then a morale tap, which is going to be fist, shield, shift 5, another shield, and a morale tap. Now we're just going to go back into it here. Add another shield. That's going to be a big dot. Now I can just go right back into the heal if I want. Just going to add an extra shield, heal. Now I can do this, shift 3. Okay. So as you saw there, I'm just kind of balancing what's going on and when I decide to do my shift and heal. Now if I'm in battle and say if I press the wrong gambit, I do have these abilities here. This is recovery, and it will reset all of the gambit panel. And then this one only resets 1. Okay, and the very last one. So that's how that's done. So this one, same thing. I'm going to go right in. I'm going to do Reckless, throw a spear. I'm going to stun 1 with Ambush. That'll buy me a little bit of time. And then I'm going to go into my very first line. Going to go right into a heal here, just to get ahead of it. Then I'm gonna go into which this one is a life tap. It does up to 10 targets. So as you see there, I rip life off of every character that I'm fighting. And then I'm gonna start healing again. Now after this heal line, I'm gonna cleanse myself with 0. Gonna cleanse myself again. I have another dot line to get a hold of here. Now I'm just gonna cleanse and heal myself. And once again, my heal is shield, spear, shift 4, and then I'm adding 1 more shield at the end there, like just like this. Now I'm adding that extra shield. See, it's all the way full, and then I get a nice hot. Then I'm going right back into damage. Okay, so you saw there, I was obviously messing around a little bit, but still very sturdy. Red line, this is a damage line. It'll obviously hit a little bit harder once I start to grab a little more damage, because right now I don't have that. Now that one I knew was going to be quick, so I decided just, instead of adding that shield at the end, I just added... I just pressed shift 2 instead of adding the extra shield, which if you add the extra shield, it gives you an extra damage. Same thing here, fist, spear, shift 5. That's a small little hot. It's a little bit quicker. Oh. I'm gonna heal myself, and then add that extra hot. We're just going to go right into it. Now remember, the hots are only about 9 seconds long, so you do need to remember to replenish your hots on yourself a lot. I guess the difference between these two is Exaltation. This is a quick one. It's a much smaller life tap, but as you can see, I drain life from them. This one does up to 10 targets. This one does up to 10 also. So it does up to 10, but also it steals 240 from every mob in that area, up to 10 mobs. So if I have 10 mobs on me, I could steal that 200 from up to 10 mobs, which is pretty crazy. Now this guy, he's by himself, so I'm just going to open up, not with a heal line, I'm going to open up with my dot line. Now I'm going to go into my heal line, which is going to be about the time he drops his worm here. Wow, that sounded bad. But I do guarantee you, he does drop a Devourer Crawler. A centipede-looking thing? I don't know what you call it. That is what it is. So same thing. I'm just going to start the rotation again. There we go. Now this guy's gonna blow up the ground. So first thing I mean I could ambush, I guess, but it doesn't really matter. All right, we're gonna let these guys blow up the ground. Just keep backing away. There we go. So first thing we're gonna do here, because it's pretty grisly, we're gonna heal ourselves first, so start to get our high. Then we're gonna life tap. Now the life tap is much more efficient if there's a lot of people. So the more mobs you have on you, the actual more powerful the life tap gets. But I'm just gonna go for the... There we go. Just go for the heals. Now I do know there's the 2 dots here. The one is an extra shield. So it's between Mighty Blow, right, which is 1,600 for 40 seconds every 4 seconds. Or what was the other one that I was using? Unnerving, which is 1,800 for 40 seconds. So I prefer that one. And that's just by adding an extra shield. But you don't have to. If you want to kill him, you know, and not go through and get to your heal a little bit quicker, you can obviously do that just by clicking Shift 3 or the rotation for that. Same thing here. We have multiples. So I'm going to start my hotline. And hot is heal over time. Now they're all close, so I'm going to steal life. And then I'm going to go into it. But see, because they're so low, I don't have to go into the other one. I can just do shift. Now, same thing here. I'm just going to go back into my heal because obviously, like I said, I know I have 9 seconds. I'm not going to go for a big life tap because it seems like I got it under control. So I think I'm just going to rotate back around and just fight them. Since my health is in good state. There we go. Not really looking for anything major there. Now, we'll see how we go with the bosses here. Once again, this is a 6-man instance. So it is not... It's not for the lighthearted. It is still pretty aggressive. Solo in a 6-man is no... I won't say like it's hard, but it, you know, it obviously is tougher. I can't interrupt using my... Alright, now we got extra one out. We're going to go back in here. We're going to get Exaltation. I'm just going to go for the heal because I got it up. It's the only way I can really heal myself. There we go. And I can do it at the end of this battle. Alright, I pulled him first because he does circle around here. So he will cause you a bit of trouble. Alright. Let's get it on. We're going to use Reckless this time. We're going to obviously heal first. Cleanse. We're going to life tap. First guy's down. Got 9 seconds, so now I need to go back into my heal line here. Boom. Cleanse myself. We got a little bit of... Yeah, let's steal a little life. There we go. I'm going to switch targets because I want to bleed on this cat. Same thing here. Looks like we have it under control. I'm going to go for that. There we go. So, yeah, no, it's still pretty good. So let's just try it once. Shift 0. It doesn't do anything because I'm not in combat. If I'm in combat, it will eliminate my gambits. let's try it out. So let's say I want to do shout, right? Now I do shift 9, it should get rid of it. See, it gets rid of it right away. Now this time I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to go for the life tap first. Then go for the heal. There we go. Alright, here we go. Here he goes. So this one, because I'm at half health, I'm going to go for the life tap right away. Alright, same thing. Going to do it again. Now remember, too, don't get too fast because your rotations are so important that don't forget to just slow down a bit. Make sure you hit the right button because that can be costly. There we go. Alright. See, I'm still getting a little bit of hot. Alright, same thing here. Let's ambush one. Let's throw this one in. We're going to run reckless. I'm going to hit a big heal here. Now we're going to go for a big life tap. You're just going to see just a bunch of blue go down. So here we go. We're going to go for a heal again. Now it's just him. I'm going to go back into the damage. So I'm just waiting for those specs up top to kind of come back. Those are the masteries. So they just let you have 2 very quick abilities. But I like to do the gambit line first. So I hit my individual ones first. Then I just quickly get the shift ones. You can do it the opposite if you want. I don't think it really matters. It used to be better to individually hit everything out because you used to get buffs per every hit. So like if you use spear, it'd give you a little buff and a shield, but now it doesn't, which I think is a great fix. So we'll see how far we can make it in here. Once again, stealing a little health, you know. Alright, I'm going to go in for a heal. And I'm just kind of reading my health and his and decide what I want to do next. Now, because this is red line, I am going to pull this guy up here. Because if you pull him up here, it will not... The collar, even if you pull the collar, they will... There we go. So I got a double here. That's fine. Alright, we're going to get a little heal here, get a little extra dot. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not even... My virtues aren't even redline yet. So this character is only going to get more powerful as I start to unlock those. Which I haven't even done yet. Alright. Now, if it wasn't a 6-man, I probably wouldn't be adding all the hots I have on here. But because it's a 6-man, I did add a little bit of, some heals. Which I actually added 2. So like if I wanted to add it first, I could just put it here. Now my hot is on. Now I can go straight to damage. That one got messed up because that's how life is. Now he's probably going to do this, so I'm going to go for the big life tap. There we go. A little bit of... Let's get some hots on him. Remember, the bleeds are super, super powerful. That is literally what I want. I want bleeds on all the time. There we go. Alright. Now, there is a memory thing, but it is so weird. So what it does is if you do double attack, you can use this, and it'll be a way of the spirit. It's a way to do a little more damage, which you'll probably see me use. We can try it right here. Ready? This. Oh. I'm going to attack. Oh, see, now it just went up. So let's heal ourselves real fast. Alright, here we go. Ready? Oh. You know what? I need to heal myself. Ugh, this is being... Sorry. I should have showed that a little bit earlier. That was my fault. I was messing around. So anyway, you press double shield, double spear, or double shout, and then it's going to give you a benefit here, which is going to be... So it says the way the spear will consume all of the advanced technique to improve your initial hit damage for a brief time. So it's a 10-second stun or buff, but it's very, I don't know if it's situational. It's definitely good for like bosses and stuff. You'll see me use it for that, but I wasn't paying attention. I probably should have put my hots on and then showed you how that works. Now, if you want to pull this guy without any trouble, just kind of move up to this pillar here. This broken pillar. I'm going to wait for him to lead back, because he always comes. He will definitely pull with that. Okay, so see, I got the collar. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to ditch. It'll only pull the right. See? Okay, so let's get this heal on first, and then we'll try this. This little sucker here. I'll show you what it does. See, now it's got shield on. I don't want that. I want this one. So we're going to cleanse. We're going to heal ourselves here. Heal ourselves again. Okay. I don't know what is going on there. There was a lag of some kind. Alright, let's do this. Gonna cleanse ourselves. Right back into a heal. Alright, so we're gonna do the first one. That should give us spear damage. See, now it's in the way of the spear. So you're going to want to do it. Alright. That's too many hits. Look at me, I'm not very good. Once again, single target 6-man. You know how it is. It's just not great. I'm really messing up here. This is probably the most unfamiliar class I have, but I'll definitely pull this off. I think it's going to be long enough just to do the first one. Just to do the first... the line. Now, I'm just going to do it to show you. I'm going to also put this on, and I'm going to put my shield spikes. So now all the stuff is going to be light damage, which is what I want because that's kind of a skill I put a lot of points into, especially in my red line. So I definitely want to keep that up. But I'm just going to do it here because this is about to get really nasty and real. Once he smooths to the left, I'm going to go pull that guy back there. All right. There he is. Now this should kill him faster because I am going to be doing light damage and stuff. Oh, we got lag. Good. Good. I was worried. All right. Good. I was worried I wouldn't screw this up, so they're like, hey, it could be some lag. All right. Now. There we go. We're going to hit it. I'm going to show you how much more damage it'll do. See? So what it is, it's every 10 seconds. You're just going to hit it. You can obviously use it quite a bit. Especially once you see here, I'm going to do... So once I get the first one done, now I'm going to go into my spear line. Oh, good. I just kicked him for no reason. I like that. Good stuff. Alright, we're just going to heal here. Because obviously, we're struggling with the lag. Now, that's another thing, too. Lag with a ward will kill you. Okay? Just like that. That lag, that was twice that I got lagged out. Obviously, there's something going on with the internet or something. Or the kids are doing other things down there. Like putting on Xboxes or stuff. So there's just a little bit of lag spike there. And with a Warden, this is why a lot of EU didn't play Wardens for a long time. They will be, I know, when they get a dedicated server, which is coming March 5th. I know in Mordor, it's more capable too. Plus the 64-bit servers are going to help a lot. All right, same thing. Let's get our white on. Now, I cannot say if this is going to help. So let's just go for a heal right away. Keep ourselves in the new. So we're just going to keep the damage rolling. I'm not going to worry too much about the spear, way of the spear. Now this is going to get ugly too. This is going to be a very nasty pull. As I pull him, he's going to bring up 2 mobs as soon as I pull him. And that's not going to be good for me. There we go. Alright, because I don't like it. So as soon as I hit him, I think I'll probably ambush him. We're going to be careful. There we go. Because we want these guys to come out. There we go. Now we're going to go straight into heal. I'm going to put that on just in case things get weird. Because this guy, believe it or not, he hits very hard. Lots of poisons. Oh, see, I might not be able to take him because of the double. We'll see. I don't really have any mitigation. Once again, it's a 6-man, so can't be too surprised. If I thought I could take that guy down faster, I would definitely do it. Oof, that's tough, though. We'll see. One more pull. If it doesn't work out, then that's it. We'll call it. Just say, hey, this guy can't finish the first boss on a 6-man. The damage is nice if you're not getting pounded, you know? You know, something like that. Oh, that is a stance I'm in too, which is in the fray, so they're better at that. So let's just use this guy. Let's try to get our health rolling here. So I'm going to try to cleanse, but also try to keep my health up while I throw some dots on these guys. There we go. That's a good little dot. That's good. We're pretty good here. Once again, we're going to cleanse. So what I'm doing is I'm just mostly going heal. And then as things come in, I'm going to try to dot them. Now, this is where it's going to get rough. This dude is a pain. All right, let's try that. Oh, he hits hard. He hits real hard. All right, one more. I felt like that was pretty good. Let's do one more. I don't think I'm taking damage because I drink my little pot. It's true. All right, one more. Whew, he's rough. He's rough. I mean, I could grab some food. That would probably help. But that might just be a bit too much. Because, like I said, it's the first boss. He does a ton of damage. Even my tanks can kind of feel his damage, but no way to mitigate it or to get myself back in health. There's not really anything I can do to stop that influx of damage. Unless I'm missing an ability, I don't really see. I mean, I could go into like a defensive gambit, but I don't know. I don't know if I like that. See, this battle memory. Okay, let's try a battle memory. This could work. Now, what a battle memory is it's a setup that I can already use. So it allows the warden to store a gambit for later, letting them use it without having to build it, okay? So that might be a good one for health or for, you know, what's the one? The life tap. But it doesn't look like I can do it unless... let's start off with that one. Okay, let's go for a heal. Once again, I can just kind of leave. It'll reset, but that's better than dying all the time. So let's try this. Yeah, see, it's going to reset it. But... Ah, okay. Okay, I see. So I probably should have used that before, but oh well. Alright, let's do this. Alright, let's just get the heals up here. Alright, we're going to try it again. 4. We're going to try to get it hot. Let's try this. Whoa. Just a little heal. Ah, okay. Okay, that went much better. I just don't think I can take him. I think he hits too hard. All right, this is it for real though. This is the last one, and then we'll end it here. Obviously, it just doesn't work. My potency heals is just not good enough. But I could try to go for a mitigation of some kind. You know, like some debuffs. I could try to stack persevere. See, that gives me potency. So potency is something I might want to try to get, but it's going to be hard to get off this guy. So what I might do is spear him, stun him, try to get potency on another guy, but I have to double hit the same button to get potency. So it might work. Let's try. Okay, so I put that on there. There we go. Let's get that out of here. Let's try an ambush again. All right. Alright, that's it. Alright, so this did work. That did work. Now, what I probably want to do is go with something a little more aggressive. And by that, I mean something that is a damage, maybe a dot, or I don't know. Alright, this will be it. This will be it. This will end the video. If we win or we lose, this is 100% the last time I'm going to try this. I'm just going to ambush him, throw him, ambush, and then okay, I can't freak out. I was freaking out a little bit. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I was freaking out a bit. Okay, now what we're gonna do is this one. Now that's the one I want. I'm gonna go for another heal here. Okay, we're gonna go for 9. Alright. Then we're gonna go for a heal. Alright, we're gonna go for another heal. Alright. That's it. So what we'll do is we'll do a rotation recap here very fast. Obviously, the red line, it's a little rough on. I thought the rest of it went well. Just the boss itself is going to be a little rough. Sorry about that. It was text. So everything other than that, I think everything went good. I think the rotation's pretty solid. If I could just heal myself a little bit, or I just had a little more defensive. I mean, I could add defensive, I guess. We did finally learn how to use the battle memory. What you need to do is potency. Potency is basically just using spear twice and then cashing it out, or shield twice and cash it out, or shout twice and cash it out. then whatever rotation, whatever gambit you do after that will be into your battle memory. All right, so that's how that works. Let's go through the rotation. Again, I'm obviously in the fray. I like to have forced march because that makes me fast, even in inside areas, which is unique and different. Careful step is lets me stealth, and I can use ambush to knock somebody out for 5 seconds. So also makes me run a little faster. Hampering javelin is a nice way to pull things. Recklessness is an awesome, but it does increase the damage you take. But it is an amazing way to do a lot of damage quickly. But it does decrease your damage, so remember that. Okay, so what we're going to do with gambits, obviously we're trying to fill these up as much as possible. But the gambits themselves that we're going to be using are going to be our opener. So if there's a lot of mobs, I will open up with determination line, which is going to be shield, spear, and another shield, which will give me restoration right here. And that will heal me for initial 172 and then 244 every 3 seconds for 9 seconds. And then if I need to heal myself again, I like to use what is called a life tap or a morale tap in this game. So basically, I'm stealing their health and giving it to myself. And what the ability I like to do with that one is I start off with taunt or fist, then spear, then shield, fist, and then I add another shield myself manually, and that's exaltation of battle. And when I say the shield, spear here, these are my shift buttons or my mastery buttons. So it just automatically gives you 2 really quickly. So I'm using those in the middle of the rotation. The beginning, I'm actually targeting, or I'm actually hitting them myself and then adding to it. So this one gives a target, drains the target for 244 and heals me for 244. And it does it up to 10 targets. So for every target, you will actually steal the 244. So this is really effective with multiple targets. So it's a really good one to open up with group pulls. Okay, so that's also, I'm throwing that rotation into there, but that's how I open up if I'm doing a group pull. Otherwise, if it's single target, I like to open up with spear, shield, spear, fist, and that is going to give me the ability of power attack, right? Let me see here. Yes. Yeah, so or onslaught. No, it's power attack. Yes. So I'm opening up a power attack, which is a bleed that's just getting on there. Then I like to do spear, shield, fist, spear, and what that one does, and I add another shield to it because it gives me unerring strike, and this is another bleed. And then I'm following it up with spear, shield, which is giving me wall of steel, which is another multiple target. And that's right. Yep, okay. So unnerving, heal. So I got 2 right here. This is Mighty Blow. This is my first one. I apologize. It is not power attack. It is Mighty Blow. And that gets me a dot right away. The second one's a dot, and the third one is not a dot, but it is a 3-hit. And then I will go into my heal attack. So instead of starting off with spear for the first time, I will start off with shield, spear. I hit shift 4. That'll give me shield, spear, and then I add another shield, so I have my restoration. And then I add into it healing, which is going to be fist, spear, shift 5, which is going to give me shield, fist, and I add another shield, which is going to give me that big morale tab. All right, so if you have any questions, anything like that, don't hesitate to leave comments in there below. I obviously might have messed this up a bit. If there is a better rotation out there, something that's a little more powerful, and I could take out that last boss, please let me know. Leave it in the comments below. And I'm usually on Twitch daily from 9:30 to 11:30 Central. On Saturdays, I'm on 7 to 9 for the official LOTRO stream, and I'm just starting this week, Monday and Sunday, I'm going to be playing ESO. So if you catch me, awesome. Same thing. I mean, if you like this content, please like and subscribe. And I think that's about it. So may you continue your adventures with the Heart of a Hobbit. Thank you so much for watching.